Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Home Garden TV. I feel like I have walked into an intervention.
It's a bow intervention.
Dwayne with House by JSD is with us.
We're going to get there. I feel like you've stepped it up. I
You
really
know there's
do.
people out there who are probably like, girl.
In a good way or bad way. I don't know what that means.
Or probably just like,
Just give it up?
Just pay the professionals to
Just
make
give
the
it
bow.
up. No. We're going to win this battle. And I feel like where we started and where we are is beautiful, and I feel like we're getting there.
I love your positivity.
I do. Well, but I feel like I failed. I feel like I failed her.
You did not fail me.
Well, I don't feel like I'm the best bow maker in the world, and so I've been really challenged with how do I get you to the next level, and I know that this can happen, and so I started thinking about it, and I'm going to introduce you to a friend in a few minutes, and we're going to do a little segment in this intervention, and her name is Jo, and she's our floral designer, and she really is the bow whisperer, and so I'm going to.
Oh, is that the key? Do I need?
Yeah. Make a bow. Make the bow. So she's going to step in, and all these beautiful things that she's made are 12,000% better than I can do. And I feel like, well, maybe if there's a different energy and a different person that brings it to the table, you can feel the bow love. Are you ready for this? So I'm going to leave. We're going to kind of come back to the next segment, and lovely Jo is going to come in here, and let's see what happens. You good with all this? Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Tom Miller with the Building Industry Association of Central Kentucky is with us discussing the Grand Tour of Homes coming up later this month, presented by the showplace at Lexington and Nelson. This time of year can get a little crazy, so we wanted to let people know about the tour in plenty of time so they can make sure they get it on their calendar and make their way to all these homes. And speaking of all of these homes, how many would that encompass?
We have 21 fantastic new home projects to tour.
Yeah, and I would assume that they're kind of spread out a little bit.
It is a scattered site tour, so we have a bulk of them in Lexington, but we also have some in Nicholasville, Georgetown, Richmond, in the surrounding counties.
Which that makes a lot of sense because everybody knows that land in Lexington is a little hard to come by these days, and a lot of people are just, choosing maybe where they work, their lifestyle, going a little bit outside of the county. So, not surprised there. How many builders are represented?
We have 9 builder members who have projects in the tour.
Now, a lot of people might say, oh, okay, so they're members of the BIA. What value is that to me?
So when a builder member joins, they have to go through a rigorous application process. You have to have references, you have to have continuing education, insurance, so they have workers' comp and liability insurance. All
right, so with the tour, again, let's give us those dates.
It's the last weekend of September and the first weekend of October.
Is there a cost?
It is free to attend.
Okay, so BIACentralKY.com for all the details.
That's right.
But in the meantime, can they find out who's going to be on the tour so they can maybe kind of start planning?
Absolutely. Just continually check our website, BIACentralKY.com, and we'll have a listing of the builders and the addresses and all the details for the tour.
All right, and we will see you then.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather app today. High school game time, Fridays at 11 on WKYT.
Great night of high school football. Bad thing about football, it goes by too quick. This team has been a destructive force.
Somebody better tell them that it's game time. They build them and destroy them at the same time. At the top spot, you wanna take mine. And somebody better tell them that it's game time. Somebody better tell them that it's game time. Somebody better tell them that it's game time.
Past 2 hours.
Watch WKYT News live and on demand, totally free with no subscriptions. Local news, first alert weather, and original investigations. Stream WKYT for free now.
Past 2 hours.
Watch WKYT News live and on demand, totally free with no subscriptions. Local news, first alert weather, and original investigations. Stream WKYT for free now.
All right. Intervention.
Are you ready for Jo?
Yes.
You've met Jo, right?
Yes.
You like Jo?
Yes.
We love Jo.
Yes.
So you're in good hands. So I literally am stepping away, and an earth angel's coming to step in. Okay,
I
you
almost
ready?
started to sing there.
Here we go.
Refrain. Joe, okay, so obviously he's told you that I struggle.
Many people do. Many people do.
So you're going to show me a couple different ways, right?
Right, right. I want to show you our basic traditional bow, which is more what people do something like
has
this.
the little
and
loop
it
in
has
the
the
middle.
little center in there. So let me get started on here.
Okay.
The biggest thing with this is just a pinch. I usually take a little round, little circle, and I pinch it. See?
Okay.
Then I make a loop,
Pinch.
and you
Flip.
turn.
Especially if you've got a ribbon like this that has something on one side and not the other.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you want to get it on the same side. And so, and I line them up. Instead of trying, a lot of people make the mistake of when they're trying to make a bow to make it look good from the beginning.
Work on it at the end.
Right, right. So I just basically line it up right behind it. And again, I turn and you pinch. Want to try it at the same time? There you go. Yep.
Hopefully I have enough here.
Good job. Yes, you got plenty. There you go.
All right.
Good. Pull it. There you go.
So they're
And then
somewhat the
pinch it.
same.
Yes. Turn it and pinch it. Okay. And as you go in, the more loops you make in it, the bigger it gets on the out. The bigger loop, every time you stack, it gets bigger. The loop gets bigger.
Okay, so let it grow a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
So here we go. See, here's my third, and as you can see how it gets gradually bigger. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm running out of ribbon, but
How are you? We can add to it. Use another ribbon. You can just use another ribbon. It'll be more like the Diva bowl.
but then we would take this and we would shape
Exactly.
it.
And actually, you can exactly. So what I do, see, but I have mine all lined up. I can basically hold it with 2 fingers.
Okay.
See how you're fixing it already? I wouldn't even try to fix it. See, that's where it goes. I think awry for you. Okay.
Okay, we'll take a short break. Be back. We'll let her finish on this, and yeah,
Okay.
intervention continues. Stay tuned. The Grand Tour of Homes is this weekend with the Building Industry Association of Central Kentucky, presented by the Showplace at Lexington and Nelson. With us once again is James Monroe of James Monroe Homes. Okay, so we're over in Nicholasville today. Last time we talked about some really cool things, a little bit of an incentive for people to get out here on the tour. Let's remind them in case they missed it.
Yes, so we have partnered with FBC Mortgage, our preferred lender, to offer interest rates as low as 3.125% on all of our new homes. And we're located in Georgetown, Richmond, and Nicholasville for you to come out and see all of our beautiful homes.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about some of the standard features. You can expect, the painted cabinets, the granite, the LVP flooring and everything, but size-wise in regards to like square feet, how much, are we looking at ballpark?
Yeah, so our homes are going to be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,700 square feet. We have our homes on finished basements and unfinished basements as well.
Nice.
So we have a lot of inventory in all of our neighborhoods that you can come out and check out to find your next home.
And what do you feel like people are really gravitating towards right now in regards to just some of the features in a home? Like what do they really, really want?
I think people are looking to entertain again.
Yeah.
They want to bring people back into their home. They want to have that space where they can have that big Thanksgiving dinner or have their family parties over or neighbor parties over, and they want to just be able to entertain throughout their home. What
about these communities? Every community can have a little different feel. I mean, how would you describe some of your communities? Did you see people out walking again, just kind of like talking with their neighbors? Well,
I think our communities, neighbors have come back out, right?
Yeah.
And they become good friends. And so not only are you buying a home in a community, but you're buying this new friendship of a community where you can walk down the street. I think one person had told me they know everybody by the name of their dog.
I love it.
It's not the neighbors, you're the dog's family. So
that would probably be me. I'd probably remember their dog's name before I could remember their name. So just overall great value, great locations. Land is hard to come by in Lexington, and a lot more people are going right outside of the city and commuting back in because of the value they can get.
Absolutely, and we're conveniently located throughout Central Kentucky. So we are in Georgetown, Richmond, and Nicholasville, where we are able to build your next home or choose one of our move-in readies.
So again, great interest rate opportunity here through the Grand Tour this weekend. But also, don't forget about the fact that their homes are a lot more energy efficient than what you might expect from other homes. So if they have questions,
visit jamesmonroehomes.com, and we'd be happy to meet up and talk.
we are keeping it here for bow intervention.
See, so basically all my loops are lined up. And then I just take to make the tail, I bring it across like this. And then I cut it. And I take a little, people use the chenille. I like the zip tie because it's just much easier and it's not gonna fall out. And actually I have a little bit bigger one. And then
this is gonna, are you gonna cut this and this is gonna be your tails?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'll cut that. That'll be my tails. Clip the end, clip the little zip tie off. And then you take this little big loop here, cut it in half. You've got your tails, and then you give it a little snip. I usually just fold it in half, give it a little snip. Then I have a couple little tails up here that I'll do the same thing on.
Okay.
And basically then I start
shaping it.
I pull up, pull down. Pull up. Every other loop I go in opposite directions. See, and then I take my little tails, depending upon, and it's nice to, most beautiful bow to make is one that has wire. It makes it real easy to work with.
Oh yeah, bows, yeah. You gotta go with good ribbon for sure.
With good ribbon.
Well, how about that?
There you go. You got your little bow.
I think the stars aligned and I ran out of ribbon for a reason. I'm just saying, but I will go home and practice this one. I think I can do this one.
Okay.
I literally think I can do this one.
And
well, go ahead.
Actually, I was going to show you. Do you want me to show you how to do this other type of bow?
Well, we'll take a short break.
Okay.
And we'll be back in just a
Okay.
minute. Rachel Smith with the Showplace at Lexington and Nelson is with us once again talking about Grand Tour of Homes because it's going on this weekend. You have a lot of homes that have your products in them.
We're excited. We have 4 homes to show off this time. So 2 with Collier and 1 with Premier and 1 with Payne. And we are so excited to show everybody what is happening. Obviously for us, we've been working on this for the last year. So finally to get people out in the homes to see all of those, to get ideas for maybe your next remodel or maybe what you'd like to do in your upcoming build. We're excited for you to go out and see them this weekend.
What's your favorite trend that you're seeing right now?
So I have a favorite trend which is different, and it's because we haven't seen modern really come to Lexington, so it's mostly a lot of traditional out there, but every once in a while you're going to see something a little bit more modern, a little bit more angular out there. So I encourage you to look for those in your faucets, your cabinet hardware, your lighting that's out there too, because it all plays together to make my faucets look even prettier.
Well, and I found that people are a little bit more, receptive when it comes to the modern when it's kind of blended with some of the styles and trends that they're a little bit more comfortable with.
I appreciate you saying that because it's so true. Like even if you take this beautiful faucet handle, how much is going on in that with, it's got angular, it's definitely traditional. The colors and the finishes and the golds, they're awesome.
Yeah, I find that if designers, people like yourself, they sneak it in before you realize it, people who normally were very traditional start to gravitate a little bit more towards those.
Absolutely. And I think that overall, right now, a lot of us are really looking at like how expensive things are. So if you can really visualize that this kitchen faucet is something that you're going to touch every single day, it is the main thing that everyone sees when they come to your home. It's expensive, but it also is the most widely used item, so we want it to be extra special, something we really love.
So definitely come out and see them on the tour this weekend. Lots of great ideas, and of course, y'all are helping make the tour possible.
Yes,
But for more information about the tour, go online to viacentralky.com. Thanks for being here on Bluegrass Home Garden TV. If you are just now joining us, Dwayne with House by JSD has stepped out for a moment because he felt like I needed a true intervention when it comes to bow making. So Jo is with us, and she has been helping us. We did the loop bow right there. What more people would think about, like, oh my goodness, now that's a bow.
This is the mother lode
That's
here.
Bow.
Yes.
Is that what we're getting ready to make now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And this one it's a little bit, but it looks a little bit harder, but it's really not. And I've come up with a little trick that I think is much easier when you want to use multi-ribbons.
Okay.
And I myself, having made these for a long time, I can do it in my hand. but I've come up with a way for others to do it, like on a basic
Yeah, okay.
bow. And what I've done is taken, for instance, let me find the ribbon. Looking for the wide, yes. Is I begin just like I do that other little simple bow. Do it the same way, but these I'm going to stack. So I
So
take
doing the
it,
twisting, you just didn't make that little center.
no center on
So we didn't
these.
have this
Correct.
diffuser here.
No little center on it, but I basically do like 3 loops. And this one, it all depends upon the style, but this one I'm going to make a little bit shorter. So what I do again is I take this and I start to make pieces. And
She's cheating. That's what it is. This is a cheat.
but this is good
love
for
it.
people. This is good.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with cheating.
Exactly. Okay, so
In
I'm,
this case. And sometimes in baking.
so I'm going to
sometimes.
take this, and I've got one little piece already.
Cute.
And so, just like here, you have one little piece, and I'm going to start building the black. And so, now we're going to do the black, and you're basically doing the same thing. It's 3 loops or something like that, and you can make it smaller if you'd like, or more, bigger, but I usually like to start with 3 loops. 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. Only this one, I'm going to leave a long tail, because you got to think that one has a short, but I do that just basically. And Amber, on that one, if you just want to cut 2 little, put the ends together and cut them, that would be helpful. And so I start to put them together, and I clip the zip tie. But one of the reasons I've also come up with this is because a lot of people, and we have such beautiful ribbons here, and we can have multi purposes for them. For instance, this is like an everyday bow. But say you wanted to use it the way I've made it, if you wanted to cut it apart
And
later.
maybe use that for
Exactly.
You can use that for fall. You can use it for Christmas. I mean, just about
Exactly,
anything.
and that's why I thought it'd be easier. And if you have me make it, when you take it home and you try to do it and cut it apart, if I did it the way I would, it would all fall apart on
Okay.
you. But this way, you have pieces.
Ah, she's thinking about
So
being
we have-
budget friendly.
So then we do that, and I've come to the. Now we just go in layers. You pick any ribbons that you want, and I've just chosen this palette just because it's for like every day.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll let you keep working on that, and we'll finish this one up.
Okay.
Sound good? All right, keep it here. The Grand Tour of Homes is going on this weekend, so we're giving you a sneak peek into why you need to get out and check out all the wonderful homes on the tour. Rob Bolton with Ball Homes is with us today. You told us last time that you all are back in the business of doing what?
Build-to-suit housing, and we're really excited about that. Ball Homes is pleased to be offering the opportunity for people to build their dream home from start to finish.
Love that. And of course, they can come out and see the many homes that are on the tour that you all have and get some ideas about maybe what floor plans might work best for them, what communities might work best for them in their lifestyle.
That's correct. And also finishes are new and edgy. We're really excited about all the new finishes that Ball Homes is able to put in front of you that the last time you were trying to do a build-a-suit might not have been available.
And I tell you what, you all do a fantastic job at staging these, making people feel like they can come in and really get a feel for what it would feel like as their home.
It is for the person that really needs that help visioning, and I'm one of those people. I can tell you that this really makes it all come together.
Now we're back behind Brannon, crossing Brannon Oaks, right? So how many square feet are we talking about in this home?
This home's a little over 3,500, almost 3,600 square feet. So it's a nice, generous home. It's really open on the first level, so it's really a great home for a family or for entertaining. It really gives you lots of options.
And we're hearing a lot of people kind of gravitate more towards the dining room experience again, having people, coming out of COVID, being able to entertain and actually sitting down as friends and extended family and having a meal together again.
That's right, and this has a generous area available for that. But if you're not the dining room type even, that has lots of possibilities. I've seen other uses like putting a piano in there, doing other things. It's really kind of a good space.
But a great home to check out on the tour. Again, if you need information about the tour, and it is free, via centralky.com.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather app today. High school game time, Fridays at 11 on WKYT.
Great night of high school football. Bad thing about football, it goes by too quick. This team has been a destructive force.
Somebody better tell them that it's game time. We build them and destroy them at the same time. At the top spot, you wanna take mine. Then somebody better tell them that it's game time. Hey, hey, hey. Somebody better tell them that it's game time. Hey, 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 hey. Somebody better tell them that it's game time.
Past 2 hours.
Watch WKYT News live and on demand, totally free with no subscription. Local news, first alert weather, and original investigations. Stream WKYT for free now. Everyday Kentucky, weekdays at 9 a.m. on WKYT.
We are back. If you're tuning in, Joe is helping us make a bow where we layer it. And some of you all might be asking, why are you doing this? It's fall. We're approaching Halloween and all that stuff. Because first of all, take a bow. You can add it to anything. You can make anything feel whatever you need it to feel like. Modern, festive, Halloween, fall. Plus, this will transition all the way through.
That's right. So now
through the holidays.
Once you start making, you have all these little pieces, is what I call it. You start putting them together, and I intertwine. You have 3 loops here and 3 loops here. But what I do is I put the 1 loop where there's 2.
Right.
And then when I come in with the next ribbon, I'm going to put the 2 loops on this side, and the 1 loop here. And then I have one, and I make these depending upon what I'm doing with this, like that welcome, I want it to show up. So I put that just 2 loops.
Nice.
And then I'm going to have the smaller piece,
Got lots of pieces
which is this here. But the nice part about it is you can take it apart, add ribbon to it, take away ribbon to make it seasonal.
Yeah, and then ultimately, once you shape it, once we tie all that.
So what we're going to do with this is we're going to take it now and we're going to tie it up. And I think this is much easier because I think as most people try to make a bow like this, it would be really hard to hold in your hands.
Yeah.
So this way it's much easier and it's not going to fall apart in case you do drop it.
You know what I like about this? Let me just be honest. Because every year they come out with new prints, new colors, new everything. Well, I might absolutely love this, but then maybe the whole check gingham looking pattern is kind of worn its life with me.
And I can even see red added to this for like Christmas.
Yeah, but you can take it and you can almost update it a little bit each year.
Absolutely.
Because you know, we fall in love with stuff so much during seasons, and then we see so much of it and we get tired and we want to update it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's that easy.
I think I can do this one, y'all. I really do.
Done.
I
think you can.
I really
and
do.
you'd be surprised how fancy you can get with them. And it's all about the ribbon and stacking.
And I love the fact that you have these little pieces that still have what I call the little snake bites or whatever.
Right.
In here. Yeah.
See? But pretty.
She's found us a cheat.
Okay.
Glory,
there
hallelujah.
you go. Quick, easy bow.
Well, I'm gonna find a way because I'm gonna call him out. Why did I know about this a long time ago? I could have saved myself a whole lot of public humiliation. All right, we'll be back here in just a few. Okay. The Grand Tour of Homes is going on this weekend, presented by the Showplace at Lexington and Nelson as part of the Building Industry Association of Central Kentucky's tours that, we just got out of the tour of remodeled homes, and now we're into the Grand Tour weekend, and Shelley Mulberry with Mulberry Builders has actually been already kind of accustomed to these tours. I was joking about it last time. I've never, in all the years that I've been doing this, had somebody in both tours, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're excited to be a part of everything going on with the tours this year, and we've got some great offerings for you. And like right now, we're in the Leah, which is one of our plans. It is for sale. It's in the Saddle Club neighborhood, and it's actually 1436 Saddle Club Way. And it'll be a part of the tour, so please come check it out.
Sure.
Yes, and for this home, we really wanted to marry the traditional and modern aesthetic because of the neighborhood we're in. We're historic, horse farm. It used to be, this land used to be part of Calumet Farm. And so there's just a lot of tradition there. That's one of the reasons we went with details like these wood shelves here. It really brings some warmth. The tone in the wood floors, the same thing, but bringing it a little bit more modern edge, a little bit more contemporary look with some of the soft green, still keeping it neutral.
I know that plays in really well with this countertop.
Yeah, and then it likewise in the cabinet in the island, we wanted to tie that in as well, but then marry some more champagne bronze.
I like this bronze.
Yes.
Yeah, when people talk about bronze, I'm like
brass.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it's
this
really
I like.
high sheen. This is a much softer version, and again, it speaks more to the traditional contemporary marrying of those two things.
My gosh, and it just blends perfectly again with with this, almost like a light sage green, and then. If I was just looking at these countertops, I probably wouldn't think, oh, there's green in that countertop.
Right, and that's the goal. We want really everything in this home, from the trim details to the master bathroom, which has a really modern but clean aesthetic. We've got a bunch of great options for you here.
And I love the wainscoting around the nice staircase.
That's one of my favorite details. Yes.
All right. Well, definitely come check it out on the tour this weekend. And if they have any questions for you in the meantime, if they don't get out to the tour for some odd reason, how can they get a hold of you?
You can go to our website, mulberry-builders.com. You can check us out on all of the social media platforms. We're always updating our feeds and putting new content out there for you guys to take a look at what we're doing.
And if you have any questions about the tour, go to biacentralky.com. We are almost out of time, but Dwayne!
Yep.
Did you know about this sheet the entire time?
Yes.
I was actually getting ready to give you a benefit of the doubt and say maybe you just spoke the same sheet in a different language and I just did not understand.
No, I just wanted to make it difficult on you. But I thought, it's time to be kind.
You don't ever make my life difficult. People out there think that we pick on each other. I don't know.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't like each other, right?
He is a joy dropper, okay? He's one of those people when you just want more Dwayne in your life because he just makes you feel happy.
right.
Even when he picks on you.
Hey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
However
Joe.
you translated all that.
Okay.
So we get a whole lot better.
Thank you. You're
He's
welcome.
like, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So
All right.
that's
It's a great time to, you still got fall stuff.
Yes.
But it's also a good time to think about, when we look at some of these pieces and how you mentioned they can transition into, the holidays. Get it while you can. Because that's one thing I have seen, especially coming out of COVID. You better snatch up what you want fast.
And it's not me trying to be a salesperson. It really is.
Be gone.
The boat's released, but we're not going to get any more. So there's no double dipping. It's like if you want it here or wherever, you better just buy it.
Yeah,
you better get it. Buy it.
All right, tell them how they can do it.
House-by-jsd.com, or you can come and see us at 1148 Industry Road, and we'll love on you and take care of you. Come and see us.
And of course, we'll see you next time here on Bluegrass Home and Garden TV.